guys, welcome back to my channel. So I've got another Top 5 Tuesdays for you today. This is a series I do in collaboration with the Glam Dr. Mona Khan. I will leave a link down to her video for this week and to her channel down below in my description box. Definitely check her out. This is a series we try and do every Tuesday, but life gets in the way sometimes. So we are back this Tuesday, and I'm not exactly sure what we're going to be calling this week's Top 5, but basically Mona came up with this idea and she was like, okay, what are the 5 beauty-related items you would grab first if you had to, leave your house in a hurry, whether for whatever reason, if it was a fire or the zombie apocalypse, like whatever the reason is. So what are the first 5 things you would grab? These are the only 5 things that would fit in your bag. What would they be? I thought, oh my god, this is going to be so hard. So if you're interested in finding out what I came up with, then just keep on watching. Alright, so when Mona posed this impossible situation, I was like asking her all these questions. I was like, well, do you want to are you talking about makeup? Are you talking about skincare? She said beauty related. And I was like, okay, we're talking hair, skin, makeup, nails, like anything beauty related. She's like, yep, anything counts. And I was like, okay, well, this is going to be very, very different from the video that I did, which was if I lost all my makeup, what are the first 10 things that I would repurchase? This is going to be very, very different. I feel like I had to come at this in a very practical kind of way because I had pulled some stuff like I absolutely, absolutely love my Kogendo Cleansing Spa Water, and that was the first thing I thought of. I was like, oh, I would grab that. I can't live without that. But then I thought, well, if I'm just grabbing these 5 things and let's say my house is on fire, I'm not going to be wearing any makeup. I'm not going to have any makeup to remove, so I don't really need that. So I kind of started getting into this mindset like, okay, what would I really, if I had to just leave my home in the middle of the night in a rush and I only had room for 5 things, what would those 5 things be? But I also wanted to make it fun, so I didn't include things like toothpaste or saline solution or things like that because that's boring. And yes, I would grab those things, but we're trying to have a little bit of fun here. So these are all beauty related. All right, so I'm going to start with the most practical thing here that I have, and these are my tweezers. So I tweeze everything. I don't get waxed because my skin is way too sensitive for it. I can't even get threaded. I've tried all the different hair removal things and nothing works except tweezing for me. And so I came across these Rubus tweezers, and this is probably the 4th pair that I got because I kind of have them all stashed around my house. And I discovered these when I went to the Bliss Spa for a massage in New York in Soho, and they were sitting right there. And I was just kind of looking at them, and the woman said, those are the best tweezers in the entire world. That's what they use, when you get waxed, you need a little clean up. They use these tweezers, and I was like, okay, I'll give them a shot. And they're amazing. Like, there's always those really fine hairs that you can't get. These will get them. And Rubus is a Switzerland-based company, and I think they have, a lifetime guarantee. So you can send these back to them, and they will sharpen them for you. But they just have the finest, like skinniest little tip. And I purchased these, I think I purchased these off of Amazon. So I purchased 2 pairs from the Bliss Spa. So I was there once, got them, fell in love. The next time I was there, I just purchased another pair because I was like, those are amazing. I need to have them in every room. And then I believe I purchased these and the other pair that I have. So I have 4 pairs altogether from Amazon. And they're just wonderful. And even though they have that lifetime guarantee or whatever, I haven't had to send these in to get sharpened or anything. They just work perfectly. I keep them in this like plastic cover. This is how they come. They also come in this like packaging, like a tube or whatever. But I just make sure I keep this on there just to make sure the tips are kept pristine. So this was actually one of the first things I thought of when Mona brought up this category. So my tweezers are number 1. So second thing on my list is something practical, but we're getting more into the more fun stuff. And this is the Bite Agave Lip Balm. This is my favorite lip balm. I have a lot of lip balms and I like a lot of them. They all come second to this one though. This one just is the best. I feel like my lips are just brand new after I put this on. Whether I put it on during the day and it's just a couple hours later and I feel, oh wow, my lips feel great. Or if I put it on before I go to bed, I'll just put like a big thick layer on and then I'll wake up and it's like I have new lips. They're so soft and it's not like they peel, I don't have that peeling situation when I use this. This is just such a great lip balm, and I like that it comes in a bullet. I have a ton of lip balms that come in the tub, and I don't personally actually mind the tub. I don't mind using my finger or whatever, but this really is just so handy, especially when I travel or if I want to throw something in my purse. This kind of ends up going in there. So I love this. This is the second thing I would grab. All right, and the last three things that I have are all skincare. So the Tata Harper Regenerating Cleanser. This is the cleanser that has a physical exfoliant in there. I can't use any form of chemical exfoliant because of my sensitive skin. So I use a physical exfoliant, which I know people are like, oh, if you have sensitive skin, that's not what you're supposed to use, but it doesn't bring out my eczema. So I'm thankful for that. I'm a big fan of this. It's a cleanser and an exfoliant in one. So it's like 2 steps in one, which I also really like. It's a great time saver because most times I feel like exfoliants are just exfoliants. Like you have to clean and then you exfoliate. But this is kind of 2 in 1, so I really like this. It also has a lovely like grapefruit citrus scent to it, so I love using this in the morning. It just smells great. It kind of wakes me up and it helps. And I don't think the physical exfoliant is too gritty. I don't feel like it's damaged my skin at all. I feel like it's just a really gentle, lovely cleanser, and I use it once or twice a week. I used to just use it once a week, but I've upped it to sometimes twice a week if I just feel like maybe I've been wearing a lot of, you know, makeup that week or something. I've been using this like twice a week and it's great. So if you have dry, sensitive skin, I don't think that this would bother you. At least it doesn't bother mine. So the Tata Harper Regenerating Cleanser is number 3. And then number 4 and 5 I'm just going to talk about together because they're very similar. So the La Mer Moisturizing Soft Lotion and the La Mer Moisturizing Cream. So the moisturizing cream is the original cream. This is the cream, if you've ever used it or even sampled it, this is the cream that is like putty. It's so thick. So I used to use a moisturizing cream day and night. When I was like eyeball deep in my eczema, this was the only cream that actually helped it. Well, the only non-prescription cream that helped it. And I used to have to use steroid creams to kind of get rid of any eczema flare-ups, really bad ones. I would have really weepy, disgusting eczema flare-ups, and they would be all over my face. I would have it around my temples, along my forehead, but the worst place I got it was on my upper lip. It was awful. I mean, people thought that I got like a really, really bad burn. That's what it looked like. That's how leaky and kind of gross it was. Sorry. Is that TMI? I'm sorry. But, you know, the steroid cream would kind of get rid of it, but it's like as soon as I stopped using it, it would kind of come back. I just didn't want to depend on these steroid creams, and I really wanted to be more preventative than reactive with the eczema. And this was such a long time ago. So this was when I was in high school, when it really, really flared up badly. When I got to college, I was still dealing with it. So right after college, I had heard about La Mer, and this was even before they were bought by Estee Lauder. So La Mer was an independent company at that point, and it was founded by a scientist, a physicist that was burned very badly in the lab, chemical burns, and this was what he concocted, was this formula, and he said it healed his burns. And I thought, if it's that healing, I thought, let me try it. Let me just try it on my eczema. So as soon as I started using this, my eczema stopped coming back. It really, really kept it under control, and my eczema would only come back if, you know, my life was in flux. You know, I was stressed out, I wasn't eating right, I was a kid then, not sleeping right, going out and partying all night or whatever. My eczema would flare up and I would, you know, usually at that point have to go back onto like some sort of steroid cream. But the La Mer helped my skin so much in the healing of it, because when you get to the point when your eczema is very weepy, it leaves scars, and I do have some like weird bumps and some sort of discoloration, but it was 1,000 times worse at that point. And this really helped heal it all and fade, and it just kind of kept my eczema at bay. So I used this for a very, very long time. But just recently, I want to say over the past couple of years, I haven't needed something quite this heavy, so I downshifted to the soft lotion. And this just helps moisturize my face. I think it's done a great job, but I keep this around because every once in a while I get an eczema flare-up, and I did this because I just had one right here, and if you were on my live stream, my Will I Buy It live stream, I had it right here, and I put this on it, and for 2 nights straight, I didn't even rub it in. I literally just like took like a dollop of it and slathered it right on top, went to bed. The next morning it was like 90% gone, And then the next night I did the same thing. I just slathered it right on top, and then the next morning I woke up and it was gone. So this for me has been like the miracle cream for my eczema. It's just been absolutely wonderful, and this is great for just like my everyday. Like my skin has been normal. I haven't had any, when I don't have any kind of breakouts, this just sort of keeps my skin very, very moisturized. So I kind of can't live without these things. And it's funny because I just ran out of this moisturizer. This is a new bottle, and I ran out of this, and for like 3 days I was like, why don't I just use up some samples that I have or whatever. And I literally was kind of like twitching by the end. I was like my skin just doesn't feel the same. Like I just really need to go and get it, and I did. I just ran to Nordstrom and just got a new bottle. I was like, I can't take it anymore. So I can't live. I cannot live without my La Mer. And I know there's a lot of talk about the ingredients, and I am not paying that much for the ingredients or whatever. I get that. I get that. But you really should, especially when it comes to skincare, just try it. Just try it, because you don't know what's going to work for your skin and what's not going to work for your skin. And if I purely went off of ingredients and thought, oh, it has whatever, petrolatum, oh, I'm not going to use that, I would have never discovered that it has been like the best thing for my skin ever. So anyway, those are my thoughts. That's my general thought, my overarching thought about skincare. Try it, because, you know, we can listen to so-and-so and listen to this person and listen to that person, but I'm like, we're all different. We all have different skincare issues. We're all made up of different things. We all have different stresses. We all have different environmental issues. We all have very, very different diets, and you really don't know what's going to work on your skin until you try it yourself. That's my overarching advice about skincare. But anyway, we're off topic at this point. So those are the 5 things that I would grab if I could only grab 5 things from my beauty collection. So tweezers, lip balm, regenerating cleanser from Tata Harper, and my soft moisturizing lotion from La Mer, and the moisturizing cream from La Mer. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you are interested, please let me know what your 5 things are down in the comment section. I would love to know. Subscribe if you haven't already. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, and I'll see you in my next video.